Do you want to have it all? I mean, legitimately have it all. Work less hours, have more money. Kind of sounds like a dream, right? Well, in this episode, we're going to talk exactly about that. So, for those of you that don't know me, I'm Leslie Urbis. I'm a registered dietitian and a personal trainer who, as you all know, calls herself a selfless overachiever who is radically changing that into wholly embracing herself and teaching others to do just the same. And today, I have an amazing guest with me. And if you were anything like me, everything I just said in the beginning, you're like, BS. Like, there's no way I can work less and have more. It's just not possible. Well, today we are going to discuss just that and how it is. And I have with me Dr. Terry Levine. How are you today?
I'm awesome, Leslie. Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. I'm so excited for this conversation in just the very few minutes we chatted before this. So tell me a little bit more about what you do.
I'm a business consultant and coach that includes clinical psychology and positive psychology, as well as life coaching. So I provide very comprehensive programs to entrepreneurs who want to transform how they live, earn a lot more money, while focusing on actually designing a life and a business that they love.
I love this. So immediately my brain goes to, okay, what tactic are you going to teach me that brings in the clients and the money? Because it can't just be me dreaming the dream I want, right?
Right. So there is a full layout of the tactic in one of my best-selling books called The Conversion Equation. And to just sum things up very quickly, what I've used to create all 8 of my multi-million-dollar businesses is what I've labeled reverse marketing. And what that means is I'm not cold DMing people. I'm not hunting for clients. I'm not going into networking sessions. I'm not sitting on social media all day. I'm not sending out tons of emails, none of these things. It means I'm creating enough content where my audience, my exact audience, raises their hand. That's the reverse marketing versus me go hunt for them, lets me know they're interested. And then I see if I can help them. And if I can, I extend my hand. If I can't, I send them to somebody else, give them a free resource, whatever it might be.
Nice. Okay. So more through content marketing versus anything else.
Everything I do is content marketing. In fact, I wear this little bracelet I have for years. It says serve and create on one side, and the other side has a check mark. So every day I wake up and I say, what content can I create today that will serve my audience? When I'm done with that, I turn the bracelet around, I've got my check mark, and I'm done.
Nice. That's fabulous. I absolutely love it.
It
Okay.
works.
Sounds super simple. Okay. So many people are now thinking like if I could think back to the beginning of like, okay, but I create content every day and I don't get anywhere.
So let me speak to that for a moment. So I am very nerdy in terms of algorithms, and I just tell people that up front. I am a Facebook creator. I work with people who teach me Facebook algorithms every morning before I post. Facebook is now changing algorithms almost daily, and most
Mhm.
people are using Facebook the old way. Facebook is not for posting photos to your family and friends. It's not for taking content that you have elsewhere or other memes found elsewhere and putting on Facebook. It is not for talking about yourself and happy heavenly birthday, grandpa, or whatever people are posting. It is to have 5,000 qualified prospects as your quote friends. If you have 5,000 qualified prospects, you don't need an email list. You don't need to be posting on any other platform. For 11 years, I think it's going on year 12, we have done over $1 million every single year from my Facebook group and from my personal page without marketing, just by creating content that resonates with those prospects so they raise their hands. It's actually very simple. The problem is most people don't know the algorithm. You also cannot post more than once a day on your personal page, because every time you post, if you don't get much engagement and you post again and you don't get much, you just go lower and lower and lower in the algorithm. So it's one amazing piece of content designed for your 5,000 prospects every day. 20 minutes. I'm in and out of Facebook every day.
Interesting. So I think there's two questions that go to that. Does that mean you have to have 5,000 people that are like your friends on Facebook?
Good question. So first thing that you need to do is get rid of those people that do not engage with your posts, because everyone who doesn't engage is hurting you in the algorithm. So what I did is I had 5,000 of the wrong people. When I started working on my client pages, I went, the cobbler doesn't do their own shoes. I'm like, I better do mine. So I started removing inactive people who haven't posted for 2 months or commented or shared or reacted. And I think I'm down to under 2,200 now left. Those 2,200 are ideal. And every day I'm finding 35 additional ideal people. Now, there's another part of this. It doesn't end there. It's a rinse and repeat. So if you come on as a Facebook friend and I see that you have not responded to any of my posts in 2 weeks, tells me you're not interested in my content, no problem. I unfriend you. I find someone else. Most of my client family members are taking 3 to 6 months to get about 2,500 ideal people. From those ideal people, they're doing really well. And by the end of another 6 months, they'll have 5,000 ideal people.
Nice. That's awesome. Okay. So you teach that in your program was the second part, and it sounds like you do.
Yeah. So the reverse marketing, pardon me, once we figure out your life and we really figure out how to optimize your well-being and your financial success, then we create a holistic approach to how are you going to do business. So every day you wake up to a conveyor belt of qualified prospects every single day. And all you do is create and serve. That's it. It's very simple. It allows you to not be in the business of marketing. It allows you to be in the business of generating great content.
Nice. Sounds amazing. Okay. So to those that are out there, I can tell you, myself included, I've had a lot of people that have told me that their thing is going to be the thing that really helps me to do the thing, right? To do exactly what you're saying, work less, gain more, all the things. And some people charge hundreds of thousands of dollars for these things, right? And then others charge a lower price. And I'm not here to discuss your price. Investment is all true to the person, honestly. And my question for you really is, to that person that's out there really not sure, what would you tell them is different about you and your approach and how you get results with people?
First, I'd say it's all proven. I've done it in 8 of my own multi-million-dollar businesses. I've worked with over 7,500 clients worldwide, thousands of testimonials. So I always tell people, don't believe me, look at my students. Don't listen to me, ask my students. What's totally different is my background. I've really done it all through reverse marketing, all 8 businesses in totally different industries. I have also the background to teach holistic growth, which most people do not teach. Like, all right, I'm going to teach you to grow your business. Let's get going. Not me. I don't focus on one aspect of you or your life because that neglects the interconnectedness of your financial well-being as well as your health. So all of these strategies are proven. All of these lead to success if you use them. And I always say that to people, it's like going on a diet and then going, I don't know, the diet didn't work. I ate brownies and ice cream and pizza and your diet sucked, right? And I say, if you're going to work the program works. If you don't work the program, I can't promise you.
Yeah, I love that. You spoke great to me because I'm a dietitian, right? And I've had people come into the program that just want to lose the weight. I'm like, if you want to lose the weight, you have to go pick a diet off the shelf. If that is the goal, your goal is to internally know yourself and to make weight loss never something you have to think about again, right? You do lose the weight, but you don't lose magically 30 pounds in 2 months with me. That's for some sort of, go out, go to the bookstore and find the top best 5 selling weight loss books right now. And I can guarantee you that each one of them will get you what you're looking for. That's why they're the top weight loss books. They're not the top health books. They're not the top body books. And that's really where people start to fall in terms of, success, is that they just expect, okay, well, I've accepted, yes, I've done the investment. So now you do it for me, right? And it's like, no, because we do have that responsibility for crafting our life. So it sounds like when in your program and designing your life, it's family, it's health, it's wealth, it's business, it's all of the things to help you to progress forward to achieve your goals.
Yes, and I call it wellness coaching, which is comprehensive guidance on optimizing your physical, your mental, and your emotional well-being. That's the cornerstone. Then we do business mastery. What are the reverse marketing things that you'll be doing? Content creation. And then you're part of having accountability and a community that is there to keep you on track. And I always tell people you have to show up, right? Yeah, you have to do the work. You want a great body and you don't go to the gym or all of that. So it's the same thing. And we deal with everything from work-life balance, struggling income, lack of direction, even the isolation that you can feel as an entrepreneur. So it's all built into one program and one framework based on strategy and proven techniques that actually work.
Nice. I think from there and loving that, it sounds like there's a community that goes with it, other like-minded people. And what kind of results do you typically get people? You know, the people that are in the group, what kind of results are typical for there?
So we see almost 100% half their hours. So whatever hours they're currently working, they're working half of those hours. And I've had people come in working 80 hours, literally 60 hours, 40 hours, who are now working. Several of my client family members, I'd say over 100 right now, are working less than 20 hours a month. And they've gone from 6 figures to 7 figures, and their clients are getting great results. They're getting more and more testimonials. They have more and more time freedom to live the life they've designed, and way more business success because reverse marketing is bringing them prospects every day.
Nice. Do you only see that kind of results in people with 6 figures, or do you see people that are just starting their business or aren't making much money in their business do the same?
Great question. I've got a client right now, Shanti, and when she came in, she was a startup. She wasn't even doing 3,000 a month, and she was really on the verge of thinking she was going to have to close her doors because it wasn't enough to support her family. She, this year, by the end of the year, will have done close to 200,000. She's around 187 right now. And
Wow.
she is working 10 hours a month. She is
Wow.
spending time with her young kids, doing things that she didn't get to do the other day. On a client call, she's like, I can't even believe this. I got to go play with my boys in the park for 2 hours, and I didn't feel the least bit guilty. So those are the kinds of results. This is the stuff that I love. I love.
Yeah, I love this. It sounds so amazing to have. I mean, that has to feel great every single day to get people the results. And it sounds like you do the same. You don't work crazy amounts of hours and stay in alignment with yourself.
To me, it's really important that whenever you have a mentor, coach, consultant, whoever is helping you, they're actually living what you want to get to. And
Mhm.
you and I both know on social media, there's a lot of fake experts and people who
Oh,
take photos in front of fancy cars and castles. I don't do any of that. Like, this is the real me. These are my real places that I live. I have clients come to my homes all the time for VIP days. And they actually can see how I work and how I live and the amount of freedom that I live with, which, until I stopped myself from being an overachiever and a type A personality and designed my life, I was missing out on. Truly, I was not living my life by design. It was totally by default.
yeah, I get it. As a selfless overachiever, as I state, I just heard the term for the first time ever through somebody else on Instagram in internal emotional labor. It was a new term for me. And she was told it by her psychologist. And she said that when she had really small children and her husband went to work all day, he'd come home and be like, what did you do today? And she didn't know why it would make her so angry. And she said, because of this thing, this internal emotional labor, where while I didn't do a lot, there was so much. And I heard another person talk about it like, the woman is the only person that knows when the laundry filter needs to be changed or something like that. And then I was like, I guess I get that. There was a different, she was in Europe, so there's a different type of like laundry
Oh.
machine there. I was like, in the States, you'd probably say she's the only one that knows when the furnace, like the internal furnace sheet needs to be changed, like
Oh,
she
I
knows
love
when that
that.
has to happen, when the furnace needs to be checked.
Right.
And I had never heard that term before, but for the first time, felt like I had heard exactly what was going through my head at all times. A woman, like you've always heard that a man just gets done with dinner and sits down, right? Whereas a woman gets done with dinner and is like, we got to change the paper towels, we got to change the towels, we got to do this, we got to plan for this tomorrow, right? And that internal emotional labor
Mhm.
intensified with owning a business and all the ins and outs there just increases. Whereas when you work for someone else, you can most times leave work at work and not bring that internal labor home because you're not the one paying the bills, somebody else is, right? So
Right.
I love this. That's fabulous. Did you do all of this while you had kids? Did you have kids when you were?
So I don't have any kids. I've been married
Yeah.
to my husband for almost 46 years. We
Oh,
don't have
congrats.
children. However, we have raised four of my sister's children due to circumstances. And so
Yeah.
being an aunt to them is very special. My husband's walked some of them down the aisle. We've done
Oh,
honeymoons and bought them houses and paid for college. So yeah, it's been a great role for us. And yeah, so I've been in this for over 30 something years. So yeah, we've had kids living in our home for a number of those years.
oh, that's awesome. That touches my heart. So I mean, I'm sold. I think this sounds absolutely fabulous. If anybody has listened to the whole way through, I'm sure they know the same, in all of those aspects. So where can people find you? Where can they learn more?
So the best way of finding me is to actually go over to it's go.heartrepreneur. So it's the word heart, repreneur.com / mastermind hyphen live hyphen well hyphen earn hyphen well. And if that's too hard to remember, just go connect with me on Facebook at the Terry Levine. And when you do, just say, where's Live Well, Earn Well, and I'll send that over to you.
Awesome. Yeah. And they're right below this. If you're watching this, you will have those links right below to her personal Facebook. And remember to engage within the first 2 weeks or you're going to not see your content anymore, right? And then, of course, go check out the website and join. I'm sold. So sounds absolutely amazing. And for those of you watching, please feel free, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Definitely go follow Dr. Terry. That's absolutely amazing. And I hope you all have a great, fit, and fabulous rest of your day. Bye for now.